EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Number 27, Kareem.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That goes for a gain of 31.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play fake. Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
They'll take over.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
So 2nd and 4 from the 22. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line.
15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 85 yards. And the Browns have taken the early lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Cook. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Tackled there by Monte Nicholson.
37-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
9 yards.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. The Browns have it, but he will not be able to bring this one back, in the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Well, there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say. First quarter, we'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax. Whoa.
Bad move. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at the 34. Off the play fake, he'll set up to throw it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. That's a big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
The kick is good.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
And he returns this to the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A 1st down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And some room to roam now. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Vikings 6.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
Cousins pass.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving. And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
3rd down.
Cousins to throw it this time. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. 4 yards.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
He is good.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right?
And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot.
And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A gain of 12.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with Cook. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at the Browns' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Whenever you see a team deciding to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, as a defensive player, my mindset is we've got them now, and that's why they dialed up the blitz and got after them.
But occasionally, you want to pass it on 3rd and 1. I mean, not a lot, for sure, but sometimes just to keep the defense guessing.
Oh, no doubt. You want to break tendencies as you go along with a game because you don't want them to just say, oh, 3rd and 1, we know exactly what they're going to do. But in this situation, as an offensive lineman, as a running back, I'd want to know why I didn't get the football.
Landry now on the return. Counting down toward halftime on EA Sports. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mayfield off the play fake. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Yannick Ngakoue, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Here's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Following the interception, Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And that'll bring up second down.
By Denzel Ward.
Now Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And it's third down.
Sometimes I need a check, not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. You change name, how about your respect? Give them more than when I get expecting up the back. In fact, I said that with my account, he said I got good news.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long. Play action now. Cousins. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Credit that breakup to Greedy Williams.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to third and inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run, Cook, and right side they're going to go option here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins to Jefferson on the slant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
Complete to Justin.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind. And this time, they get it to him the more conventional way. And it's much more successful as well.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line.
Kyle Rudolph.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They go play action. Cousins. This is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Touchdown.
Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Cook. They'll try and run it. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a 3-point game, but instead it'll stay at 1.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up 2, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for 2 here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Jeff Gladney able to come up and make the tackle. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They go play action. Mayfield. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
19-yard line.
Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Mayfield with the give to Nick Chubb. Tackle made at the 16-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now Mayfield. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Yannick Ngakoue. Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. They'll try again on 2nd and goal after going backwards to the 12. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Throwing, Mayfield. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Intended for Austin Hooper. Brings up.
So on 4th down, out comes the Browns kicker, Austin Seibert. Seibert able to knock this one through. And with that, the lead changes hands here in this 3rd quarter. They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's been a good one so far, just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the carry, it's Cook. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now Landry. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Very good return that time. 18 yards. The Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
Number 24.
That's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns 1st down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Minnesota.
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is up to 5.
17.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Donovan Peoples-Jones on the return. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a 4th quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. They'll go screen here to Hunt. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
By the Vikings.
The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
They picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He can run for it, and he will. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
At the 9-yard line.
On the ground, it's Cook. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
It's a gain of 2 yards.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that'll push the lead up to 8. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Today's final score, Vikings 25.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Minnesota, the win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.